Have you ever had a moment where you were handed an opportunity so rare, so powerful, that it could change your life forever? But you lost it simply because you said, "I'll do it tomorrow." What if I told you that the greatest danger to your dreams is failure or rejection, but the quiet habit of delay? Today's story isn't just a telitsa mira, a reminder of how we often let golden chances slip away. Not because we can't, but because we don't. So stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, you might just find the key to breaking the cycle of procrastination and finally start becoming the person you were meant to be. Once in a small riverside town called Windmere, far from the noise of busy cities, there lived a boy named Liam. Liam was kind-hearted, curious, and full of potential, but he had one deep flaw. He always put things off. If there was homework to finish, he'd say, "I'll do it after lunch." If chores needed doing, he'd push them to tomorrow. The days passed, and so did his chances one by one. No amount of advice from his parents or frustration from his teachers seemed to get through to him. So finally, his father turned to the one person in the family who had changed many lives, Liam's grandfather, Mr. Older. The old man wasn't just respected for his age, he was known across town for his stories, his wisdom, and his ability to make people see the truth within themselves. One afternoon, Grandpa Alder called Liam into his cozy little cabin by the woods. The boy entered slowly, expecting a long lecture, but instead, his grandfather handed him a smooth, black stone. It was cool to the touch and slightly shiny. "This," said the old man, "is not just a stone. It's a magic stone. If you rub it against any piece of iron, that iron will turn into gold." Liam's eyes widened with disbelief. "Really?" he gasped. "Really?" Grandpa said calmly. "But there's a catch. I'll take it back tomorrow at sunset. You have only one day to use it." With that, he sent Liam home. Liam couldn't believe his luck. A stone that made gold. He imagined all the things he could buy, all the ways his life could change. But then, true to his nature, he thought, "It's still early. I'll eat dinner, get some sleep, and start in the morning." The next morning, he stretched lazily and said, "There's time. I'll have breakfast first, then head to the market for some scrap iron." After breakfast, the warm sunlight made him sleepy, so he laid down just for a quick nap. But by the time he woke up, the sun was already low in the sky. Panic rushed through him. He ran to the market, but it was too late. When he returned home, Grandpa Alder was waiting. Silently, he held out his hand. With shame, Liam placed the untouched magic stone in his palm. "Please, Grandpa," Liam begged. "Just one more day. I'll use it, I promise." But the old man shook his head slowly. "Liam, you didn't lose the magic because you were unlucky. You lost it because you didn't act. A task that needed 30 minutes was ignored for 24 hours. The problem, isn't, the lack of timid essure, habit of waiting for a perfect moment that never comes." Liam lowered his eyes, tears welling up, but inside, something shifted. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept replaying the day in his head, how easy it would have been to act, and how hard it was now to live with regret. From that day forward, Liam changed. Not overnight, not magically, but step by step. He began waking up early. He started finishing tasks when they were assigned. He stopped waiting for tomorrow. Years passed. Liam grew into a disciplined, successful man, one who taught others not just how to dream but how to act on those dreams. And when people asked him what changed his life, he'd smile and say, "A stone that never made me rich but made me wise." So if you're watching this right now, maybe you've got your own magic stone in your hands. A goal, a chance. Akoling. Don't wait. Don't let the sunset come before you move, because no one ever loses to time. They only lose to hesitation. And those who learn to act today, they are the ones who turn their iron into gold.